Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Lucy. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening while commuting, doing chores, or just relaxing, we're going to make the next 10 minutes really count for your English.
Hey there, I'm so excited for this one. We're tackling a topic that often feels like a grammar ghost. It haunts learners because it seems complicated, but it's actually quite simple once you see it in real-life contexts.
Exactly. We're talking about who, whom, and whose. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly which one to pick in a conversation. And more importantly, you'll know when you can be a bit more relaxed with the rules.
That's the goal. We want you to sound natural, not like a textbook. Before we dive in, we have a question for you. Have you ever used whom in a real conversation, or do you usually stick to who? Let us know in the comments.
Yes, we love reading your stories. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Talk Lucy. It really helps us keep making these lessons for you.
All right, let's get started with the basics. Speaker 1, take it away.
Let's start with the foundation, who. We use who when we are talking about the person who is doing the action. In grammar terms, this is the subject. The simple formula is who plus verb.
Here are some everyday examples. Who called you? Who made this coffee? Who lives in that house? Who wants to go for a walk?
Notice how in every example, the person who is the one acting. I'll give you a personal one. I have a friend who speaks 5 languages. He's the one doing the speaking, so I use who.
That's a great example. Listeners, can you think of someone in your life? Maybe say out loud, I know someone who, and then add a verb. Like, I know someone who loves cooking.
Now, what about negative forms? It's just as easy. Who doesn't want dessert? Who didn't show up to the meeting? Who hasn't seen the news?
Can you answer this question in the comments? Who is the person who inspires you the most? Try to use who twice in your sentence.
Great challenge. So, the summary for this part. If the person is the subject doing the action, who is your best friend?
Now, let's move to the one that scares people. Whom?
Don't be scared. Whom is just the object form of who. This means the action is happening to the person. A quick trick is, if the answer is him or her, use whom. If the answer is he or she, use who.
Let's test that. If I ask, whom did you call? The answer would be, I called him. See? Him and whom both end in M. It's a perfect match.
That is a life-saving trick. But here is the real-world tip. In modern casual English, whom is becoming very rare. Most people just say who, even when they mean whom.
Exactly. For example, in a formal letter, you might write, to whom it may concern. But on the phone with a friend, you'd say, who are you going to the party with? Instead of, with whom are you going?
Right. Using whom in a coffee shop might actually sound a bit too stiff or formal. It's important to know the difference so you can choose your vibe. Use whom for business or exams, and who for daily life.
Let's try a quick practice. First, the formal way. To whom should I give this report? Second, the casual way. Who should I give this report to?
I love that. Third tip. If there is a preposition like to, for, or with at the very beginning of the sentence, you almost always need whom.
Listeners, try to write one formal sentence using whom in the comments. It's good to have it in your English toolbox for when you need to be professional.
Great advice. Now, let's look at the third member of the family, whose. Whose is all about possession. It means belonging to which person. We use it to ask about owners, or to describe a relationship between a person and an object.
Think of these scenarios. You find a set of keys on the floor. You ask, whose keys are these? Or, you hear a phone ringing. Whose phone is that? Or, oh, R, 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 R.
I use this one every single morning. I'll look at a pile of shoes by the door and ask, whose shoes are these? Please move them. It's a very practical word.
It's also used to connect ideas. I met a neighbor whose dog is famous on Instagram. The dog belongs to the neighbor, so we use whose.
Be careful with the tone here. If you say, "Whose mess is this?" with a sharp voice, it sounds like a complaint. If you say it softly, it's just a question.
And don't forget the biggest mistake in English, confusing whose with whose. Whose, with an apostrophe, is just a short way of saying who is.
Let's practice that difference. Who's ready to learn? Who is ready? Whose book is on the table? Belonging to whom? They sound exactly the same, but the meaning is totally different.
Try saying this out loud. Who's the person whose car is parked outside? That sentence uses both.
That's a perfect practice sentence. Everyone, try to repeat that. It really helps your tongue get used to the transition between the two sounds.
Now that we've covered the three types, let's look at some common mistakes so you can avoid them.
I'll start with a mistake I see all the time. People often use who when they should use whose because they forget the possession rule.
For example, someone might say, "I know a girl whose brother is a doctor." That's incorrect. It should be, "I know a girl whose brother is a doctor."
Why is that wrong? Because the brother belongs to the girl's family. It's a relationship of possession.
Another one is the whom trap. Some learners use whom for everything because they think it sounds extra English, like whom is coming to the party.
Oh no, that sounds very strange. Since the person is the one coming, the subject, it must be who is coming. Remember, don't use whom just to sound fancy.
And let's talk about the whose versus whose spelling mistake again. It happens to native speakers too. If you can't replace the word with who is, then you should be using whose.
If you make these mistakes, please don't be embarrassed. English is a journey, and every mistake is a signpost telling you where to go next.
Exactly. Let's do a quick check. How would you correct this? Who made this mess?
That should be who made this mess, because the person did the action.
Spot on. Let's finish with some interactive practice to see how much you've learned in these 10 minutes.
I'm going to give you a situation, and you choose the right word. Ready? Situation 1. You find an umbrella. What do you ask?
The answer is, whose umbrella is this?
Situation 2. You are asking about the winner of a race.
The answer is, who won the race?
Situation 3. You are writing a very formal letter to a manager you don't know.
The answer is, to whom it may concern.
Perfect. Now, challenge yourself. Can you create a sentence that uses at least 2 of these words? For example, who knows whose jacket this is?
Oh, that's a tough one. Try to write your own version of that double-word sentence in the comments. We can't wait to see what you come up with.
Remember, the goal isn't to be a grammar robot. The goal is to be understood and to feel confident when you speak.
Absolutely. Whether you use who or whom in a casual chat, people will understand you. Just keep practicing.
We've reached the end of our 10 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun with English. Today we learned that who is the subject, whom is the formal object, and whose shows possession.
We also covered the whose versus whose trap and when to be formal or casual. That's a lot of progress for one day.
You should be proud of yourself for taking this time to improve. If you found this helpful, please like the video and share it with a friend who is also learning English.
What was the most helpful part of today's lesson? Was it the M trick for whom or the who is test for whose? Tell us in the comments.
And don't forget to subscribe to Talk Lucy. We have so many more lessons planned to help you reach your English goals.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. You're doing amazing, so keep up the great work. We'll be back soon with more real English. See you next time.